guys, and welcome back to my channel to a brand new video. And today's video is going to be discussing something that I just feel like I need to discuss because I've had a few DMs about it or a few comments about it, and I just feel like I need to just clarify a few things and just get things straight and just, discuss it. And that is why I'm gluten-free. So many people have been messaging me saying, am I gluten-free for ED reasons, like disordered ED reasons? Am I do gluten-free to restrict my diet? Am I on a fad diet basically or something? And the answer to that is no. I'm not doing it because I want to do it. I'm not doing it for disordered reasons, and I'm not doing it because I'm trying to follow a fad diet or whatever. I'm doing it because of health reasons and because I physically have to, otherwise I get sick. So if you didn't already know, I have a thing called celiac disease, which is, you can read it here. And celiac disease is an autoimmune disease, and I've had this since I was diagnosed when I was around 11 years old, 10, 11 years old, and ever since then I've had to be on a strict gluten-free diet. Otherwise, I get extremely sick. I get symptoms like throwing up, extremely bad stomach pain, bloating. I get a bunch of different symptoms with eating gluten. And if I was to continue eating gluten, and even if I was to say that, oh well, I'm going to eat gluten throughout my recovery, I couldn't do that. I'd get really, really sick, and my intestines can get damaged. And if your intestines get damaged so much, you can get really bad long-term life effects. It can affect your bones of osteoporosis, and obviously I've already been at risk with that during my anorexia and being underweight and stuff, so I'm already at risk of that. It affects so many different things. You have a low immune system, and obviously I already have that too with anorexia and being underweight and stuff, so it can be extremely dangerous. And another thing, that one of the huge lifetime effects that not many people know about is that if I continue to eat gluten and to not stick to a gluten-free diet, and I did it for some time, or say I didn't even know I had celiac disease, then I am at risk of cancers like stomach cancer, bowel cancer, and that is extremely scary. And that is one of the reasons why I'm definitely sticking as much as I can to the gluten-free diet. And also, I just want to mention too that I'm not doing this by choice. Again, obviously, I've mentioned, I've got celiac, I'm not choosing. I would much rather be normal and just eat normal bread, because the gluten-free bread that I have is absolute cardboard, and it's so much expensive. It's really expensive too for gluten-free products. I don't think people actually realize how expensive it is to buy gluten-free products, because of the manufacturing methods and stuff, that they have to up the price because they need separate factories and stuff. Because when you're gluten-free, when you have celiac disease, it's not just about eating gluten-free. You can't even touch gluten. So say there was say for example, my mom made my dad a normal sandwich and then went to make me a gluten-free sandwich on the same surface, it would be cross-contaminated, so I couldn't eat the sandwich because it still touched gluten in some form of way, and I'd still get sick of it. And it's there's the borderline thing, 20 parts per million, that's a crumb that size, it can still affect me. And I'm gonna be honest though with you, I try my hardest to stick to the diet, but there is times in the past, and still sometimes, where I'm I just want to have a little cheat or whatever. So I cheat on my gluten-free diet sometimes, and I say, for example, I might go to an ice cream van and have an ice cream cone, and I shouldn't do it because I'll get sick of it, and I know I'll get sick of it, and it's bad, and I know I shouldn't do it, but sometimes I just do it because it is extremely difficult to completely cut gluten out of your diet, and also sometimes it's just unavoidable. Like sometimes I could go out to restaurants and they say that they have gluten-free menu, and I could have something gluten off the menu, but sometimes kitchens aren't always that strict and not always do the right procedures for the cross-contamination, and sometimes they can't guarantee 100% that everything is gluten-free. Then the next question, since I've clarified that I'm not gluten-free for like just a diet or whatever, another thing that someone's asked me is it, and people who have also messaged me who are in recovery as well and also have celiac disease, and people just ask me, is it hard? And to be honest, not really. The only hard thing I would probably say is when I have to check the ingredients of new products. I often look at the calories and fats or whatever on the back, and I should look at the nutritional values and stuff, but it's extremely hard to when you're so focused on looking at the back of products. That's like a hard thing. But in general, like food now and eating out, it used to be such a chore when I was like 10 or whatever, but now it's not, because there are so many gluten-free options, alternative options, and it's just really easy to find stuff now, so it's not like a chore to go out for meals like it used to be. And I'm not gonna lie to you, in the past I also got this question that have I ever used it for disordered reasons, and I'm gonna be honest, yes, I did. When I first got diagnosed with anorexia, I would use my celiac disease as a way to avoid certain foods, as a way to, I used to say that I hated all gluten-free bread, I couldn't stand it, so I'd have just crisp bread instead, which was a lot less calories than normal bread. But instead of taking a sandwich at school, I would take that, and I knew that I was constantly just choosing the lower cal option. Also, eating out, I used to avoid eating out all the time. I could used to like just say my friends are going to McDonald's and they asked if I want anything, I just say straight away, no, I can't have anything. When actually, in fact, I could have like a fries, a McFlurry, a burger without the bun, and just bring my own bun or whatever. I could do stuff like that, but I chose not to do it because it was just an easier, quick option of saying, no, I don't want it. Or if someone offered me something, like sleepovers or whatever, I'd be, oh no, I can't have it, I'm gluten-free, or like, oh no, it might have cross-contamination, I'm not gonna have it. And I would use these stupid excuses and stuff like that. But there are so many different alternatives now to gluten-free, like to gluten products. Like you can go out to a restaurant and order like a burger and a bun that's gluten-free now. Obviously not every restaurant does it, but majority of restaurants do it, and majority of restaurants have gluten-free menu. And if they don't have a gluten-free menu, they often give you like a file with all gluten-free things like on it, what you can eat in the restaurant and stuff. So it's quite easy now. It was a lot harder when I was first diagnosed, and I think it's a lot easier too because my mom also has celiac disease, so it's like it's common to be hereditary or whatever the word is. It's common to run in your family, and obviously in my case my mom has it as well, so I pretty much have all my medical conditions my mom has. I basically have it as well. I have the same things with bones and just a bunch of other issues like kidneys and whatever. I have the same conditions as my mom basically. I'm like a rebirth of my mom. Medical condition wise anyway. I just want to mention too, there are common deficiencies with being gluten-free. A main one is folic acid and vitamin D deficiency, like I mentioned with the osteoporosis and the bones and whatnot. And for me, I have like certain medication that I have to take, so I have to take folic acid and I need to take vitamin D deficiency tablets to help me basically. And I go to a yearly checkup at a clinic. When you first get diagnosed, it's like more like a monthly checkup kind of thing, but then it goes to yearly, and now I'm on the yearly checkups, and I go there, I get weighed because weight is also quite a concern, because sometimes your body, when you're eating the gluten diet, your body doesn't absorb the nutrients. So if I was to eat solely gluten-free food, I would actually lose weight because of the fact that my body does not absorb the nutrients, and it's extremely dangerous. And the reason why I was so underweight before I was diagnosed with celiacs, and then when I got on the gluten-free diet, I gained weight, and then obviously anorexia came. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that as well. So I do take a few medication. It's nothing serious though, but they check my bloods every year I go to make sure that my folic acid is all right, and my vitamin D deficiency is all right, and all that jazz. So yeah. And then yeah, that's just, I felt like I wanted to clarify things. I also just wanted to clarify, someone asked me my thoughts on diets and recovery. Like vegan, vegetarian, should I go vegan, should I go vegetarian? And what do I think of vegans and vegetarians in anorexia recovery? So personally, I think vegetarian is fine. If you choose to do that, then go ahead and do that, because there are so many alternatives as well to vegetarian food. The only reason I'm probably not a vegetarian is probably because of the fact that I'm gluten-free as well. And lots of the corn products and stuff like that, I know I could go naturally gluten-free. I mean naturally vegetarian, like natural products and stuff like that. But personally for me, I wouldn't enjoy that. And I personally like a lot of, like, if I was going to be vegetarian, I'd want meat substitutes. And a lot of them have gluten in, so like a lot of the corn products have gluten in, and a lot of the like the vegetarian products have gluten in. So I don't think it would be sustainable living for me, to be honest. And vegan, I think vegan and recovery is a different kind of thing. I feel like it's extremely restrictive, and I feel like if a person's going to go vegan, I feel like they should go vegetarian during their recovery and then go vegan when they're 100% healthy. But obviously, I don't want to get into that topic, and I don't want to have some people attacking me who are vegan in recovery, because if you are, then, you know, well done, like. And if you're not doing it for disordered reasons, then that's equally fine. And if you're doing it for the ethical reason, then I'm completely supportive of you. And I think that's a great thing that you're doing and helping the environment. And yeah, so I just wanted to clarify a few topics about diets and gluten-free diets and why I'm gluten-free and is gluten-free hard or whatever. And thank you guys so much for watching this video, and goodbye.